Hello everyone, this is Dylan from the Troll Club, and welcome back to the deck profile video. And today I'll be showing off my black Vegito deck that got first place at the pre-release tournament that we did at Locals recently. We were all playing the new decks mostly, and ended up getting first place with this. It's pretty fun to play, and I thought it would be interesting to show off how exactly I got first and everything. And show all the new cards and how strong it makes the deck, because I think the deck is really strong with all the new cards they got this set. So I'll just go right into it. So, if you don't remember, this is the black Vegito starter deck, the not Vegito Xeno, this is just the regular Vegito. Activate main, really strong activate main, top 5 for any 6 or less black Saiyans, that's a lot of targets in this deck. Then how you awaken is you have to have the My Z battle card in play. You flip over, untap 1, draw 1. So, it's a very strong activate main leaders, are always very good, and awakening is pretty easy. On the flip side, you have the auto when you attack, draw a card. And also, whenever you Patara and you have Final Kamehameha Zextra in play, you also draw a card. So the draw power is pretty good in this deck. And also activate main, you can just choose a black Vegito and give it 5k for the turn. So the Vegito cards that attack multiple times is pretty good. It does say Vegito cards, so you can give it to your leader if you really want to. You can make your leader a 20k. That can also be relevant sometimes. So yeah, leader is pretty good. But we'll go into why the deck is good now. So we'll start with the 1-drops first. So we have the 1-drop Mize. We play 4 of them. Basically just attack, when you play it, draw. This is usually what you want to see turn 1 or 2. Either play or just to get it in the drop, because they activate main. From the drop, you warp it from the drop, and then you reduce your next activate main on your Trunks Z battle cards by 1. So the My Z battle cards, Z stacks of Trunks underneath there, and his activate main costs 1. And if you warp this from the drop, it makes it free. So you actually get the Trunks for free, which is very good because it sets up a lot of your stuff for no actual energy, which can very be helpful. And then we have the 1-drop Gokus and Vegetas. So they do the same thing, where they you pay 1 and you play them. You play one of them, and then they plays out the other from either deck or drop. It doesn't have to stay from hand, by the way, so we'll show why that's relevant later. It does have an auto where you can attack with it, take a life, and it gains, what is this, 6k? Yeah, 6k. It's pretty bad. I mean, I would never really swing with these because they're just 10ks and they can die easily because they're 1-drops. So they're really susceptible to everything kind of removal. But this is your main piece to get your Pataras out. There is a way to free play these guys, like the Trunks Z battle card we'll look at free plays them. The new SR free plays them, so it's very important that you get these guys out for your Patara plays. Because they're pretty much your only way to Patara. You have some other ways, but this is like your main way you're going to Pataras with these guys. So they do play each other out. They're not limit 1, so you can do it multiple times if you can. So these guys you definitely need to see by pretty early, I would say, the entire game. So that's why I play 4 each of those. Then super combos, we just play our standard bottom deck 1 draw 2. It starts to both leader, so it's very, very good there. And then we go into our actual Vegitos now. So we play 3 each of the 6-drops. So we play 3 of the blocker one. We play 3 of like the game ender one, the big one. And then we play 3 of like the mid turns one, like the dual attacker. So this Vegito, he can Patara. They all 3 or no. Well, this one Patara is for free. It's a blocker, and it has a permanent where it can save itself once by skill or KO'd, as long as you send the 2 from underneath him to the drop. So he does protection that way, except against red, obviously, or yellow if it negates the skills. And then when it's played, you warp a 5 or less. So this is one of the great ways to have removal, just free removal right there. And it's plus it's a blocker that can save itself, which can be relevant because you will need him to survive multiple turns for your new SR. This guy's Patara is for free also. Don't forget your leader to withdraw whenever you Patara, so they do replace themselves once per turn. It can activate a main, pay 1. If you have the Final Kamehameha Zextra in play, you can restand him. So if you give this a 5k, you can make him a 25k dual attack for basically free, which is very, very good, as long as you pay 1, obviously. And then activate battle, you get to free combo 1 from underneath them, so you get a free Z energy that way. Or set up your drop again for the Goku Vegetas. That's also very good. And then this is like the main game ender one. You have to pay 1 to Patara with this one. When it's played, as long as you have this extra in play, you will warp a battle card on play, which is nice. And then you can pay 1 if you have form energy when this card attacks. It does a lot of things. You place 2 cards from underneath them in the drop. You send 1 card from your opponent's hand to the warp. This gets 10k power for the turn, and then it switches to active at the end of the battle. So he becomes a 30k dual attack, kills something, gets a card out of their hand, and also is a double strike too. So for 2, it's pretty strong. That's a lot of effects for only 2. Since you can get the Goku and Vegito for free now, he is very much worth playing. So those are pretty strong Vegito cards. You can start doing all your crazy stuff by basically any turn you want. None of it's restricted except for the auto on this guy. It's for 4 more energy, but you can start going in with those pretty easily. And then we have the new card of the deck. So this is the probably some of the best supports. Some of the best support for any deck I've really seen. This card is really busted in this deck. So it has a really good activate main, where you can reveal it in your hand, you discard a card, and then you free play a 1-drop from the Goku Vegeta from your drop. So what you can do is actually free play the 1-drop Fusion Patara guys, because they don't have to say they're played from hand, they play it with its skills. So you play one of these from your drop, and then they plays the other one from drop, and then you just set up your Patara for free, which is very, very good. So that's a way to get your guys up for free, because the main problem in the deck before was not being able to Patara, because you're spending so much energy to get the guys out, but this makes it to where you can get them out for free, which is very, very good. And then the other busted part is that to actually play this, you evolve it over a 6-drop Vegito, which all of your Vegitos are free to Patara, so this is pretty easy. Switches to active mode and then draws 2 cards, so it keeps that hand up, and then it also is a barrier blocker. So you do need to have 3 more energy, so you can't just do this immediately, but it's very easy to set up. Basically sets himself up by getting the 1-drops out, you Patara into one of the other ones, and then you just evolve over this. Once you have multiple of these outs, you're pretty safe unless your opponent has really easy barrier removal. But yeah, these cards are very, very clutch. They come in handy. Make sure you definitely have 4 of these if you're playing this deck. It is a must. It's a must play at 4. I was only playing one of this Berserk Goku. I just didn't have more. I would definitely play more if I had it. I've already ordered them. For sure, because this card's very good in this deck. It's just a 1-drop, 25k double for 1. Very, very good. It does have Servant, so it won't restand. But the cool thing is it's actually just a regular Goku, so you can actually Patara with it. So if you have just a Vegito in play, or there's a Goku Vegeta Negate that we're also going to go through, if you just have those sitting in play and then you just play this, you can swing with it, and then you can actually Patara with it also. So it's not just a dead card on your board. So that's very, very nice there, I think. Usually you have a lot of energy left over after you do your Patara play, so you just pay 1, have a double strike swing like that for 1. It's very, very good. So I'll definitely play more of those. For sure, I'll find room for it. And then we are playing the other new card, which is the free negate. So this is what I was talking about, where as long as you negates, or as long as you have a Vegito in play, you can just negate with this and then play it. And it counts as both Goku and Vegeta. So it actually pairs really well with the Berserk Goku, because then they don't kill this. It goes back to your turn, you can play this out, and you can actually Patara with these into a Vegito. So that's a really, really good play there. Yeah, this card's really good. It's limit 1, obviously, because I'd be busted if it wasn't. But yeah, it's just, free negates, very, very good. Counts both Goku and Vegeta for Pataras. 20k also. You can't ask for a better free negate than that, really. So, very, very good. 4 of... And since you have the barrier blocker Vegitos, it's actually really easy to have a Vegito out for the free counter. So the other negates we're going to go into, 3 power bursts. We play a lot of 1-drops, so it's pretty easy. Then we have 3 token negates, because we gotta stay alive. And you already have barrier blockers and stuff, so playing more blockers out there is pretty good. 2 petrification, because it's a lot of stuff we gotta stop nowadays, so pretty simple there. And I was trying out, I kind of wanted to floodgate in the deck, so I was trying out Protector of the People. It did come in clutch a few times, actually, against the decks that swarm the board. So if they attack your leader, it's +5. But yeah, I liked it. It's pretty good. You have a lot of free negates, so putting this on top of it, or doing this first, and then they try to swing through you, you get the 5k plus you get to negate an attack, so they're not going to swing at you anymore. I liked it a lot. I might play more of them, but 2 I thought was fine. And then for a counterplay, obviously play a Super Kamehameha, because it's free. Take a life, stop something. Basically just for floodgates, essentially, but that really helped a lot there. And then our Overwhelms, I was playing Mass Saiyan because mostly I was scared of the Kid Ku deck. With this I could be able to warp 2 of their skills cards, which is pretty nice. so then they can't Chaozu or Bunny Girl some of them back. So I thought that would be a pretty good counter against that. And then the Vegeta is obviously just 30k Warper card. You don't really generate a drop that easily. I mean, you kind of need your cards in a drop too, because if you do warp your one drops, only really Power Burst can bring them back, and you do want to keep playing them for the drop with their effects. So you're not really going to overrun both of these a game, but I was just playing two just to see one of them for more aggression, because the deck is pretty decently aggressive after turn 3. And then SCR, it's not the most ideal choice. I was just trying it out because I had it for the weekend. It's decent. It's just a free play if you have 3 or more Z energy and 3 or more energy. It's just a free play 40k. You warp 7 of their battle cards on play, and then you can spark in 7, pay 1, draw to 7 cards back in hand. I think this only came up like once. I don't think I really drew it most of the games, but it came up once, and it was handy to wipe a board. Because you don't have like too much removal in the deck. You have like a little bit, but this can help a little bit to get more removal out there, and it's free, so it's pretty good. So I like that secret right in there. But obviously, like if you have like Evil Saiyan or something, if you want to play that, it's totally fine. It's totally granted. I would not doubt you for playing that card also, anyway. Alright, and the other important cards is in the Z deck. So we have the Z card Mai and the Z card Trunks. So when Mai is played, she Z-stacks the Trunks underneath her. And then she has a barrier. She has a really good activate main where you can put her in rest mode. And then bottom deck card from your hand and add a Vegito 6 or less from deck to hand. So it's very, very good when you're missing a certain Vegito in hand for like removal, or you want like the big guy to end the game. You can just rest her and add it from deck to hand, which is very, very good for consistency and also helping you get the specific guys you want. And then Trunks has a permanent where he gets +5 as long as Mai is in play, so it's just a free 20k essentially now because of the Mai from drop warps it. So the activate mains pay 1, but actually with the Mai it'll be free, so you play him. Your opponent has 2 or more energy, and he's 20k, and he also free plays 2 1-drops from the drop, so you do want to set up your Goku Vegetas in the drop by turn 2 or 3. So when you play the Trunks, you actually free plays the 1-drops, and you have Trunks set up as a 20k, and then you have the 1-drops to Potara, and then you also have the Potara into the EX Evolve guy for the barrier blocker by turn 3. It's very, very strong there. But yeah, it's a really good turn 3. I'm playing 2 copies of each because the Mai doesn't make it free, so it's actually not bad to just play another Mai later on. None of them have a unique, so and Mai has barrier, so she can usually survive a lot of the time. I don't think anyone killed the Mai from what I can remember at the tournament I played. So there's that, and then this extra we need to play is Final Kamehameha. This card's okay. It's mostly just because the deck requires it. That's why you have to play it by turn 2 or 3, because that's how you're drawing more cards. That's how a lot of the effects go off. But the card itself is okay. If you have 4 or more energy, if a battle card 6 or more is attacking, you can stack as the energy, warp one of your battle cards, or warp one of their battle cards, and then you give the cards attack and 10k power for the battle. And then additionally you play Goku Vegeta from the drop in rest mode. So it gives you another Potara, and also it boosts something by 10, kills something. So it is pretty good. You usually don't want to get rid of it till like the very end of the game, because again, a lot of your Potaras rely on this card in play. So you can't really afford to get rid of it until like really later on. But it's still good. It's good to turn all your stuff. These are all just kind of like fillers extras in case something ever came up. Like if I ever ran out of the Final Kamehameha, I'll just play this later on to keep myself alive. And this is kind of just like a cheeky thing you can do with some cards, but doesn't really come up. And obviously the very, very good card is this SS4 Goku Z card. Just warp anything on play for 1, and then you have to activate main, just become a double strike out of nowhere. It's very, very good. Came in handy a lot just when I needed some board clear, and this warps anything for 1. And just is 2Z, which is a lot, but usually you can get that up because you do combo a lot of the 1-drops and everything a lot. So yeah, but that was the Black Vegito deck. It was 3 rounds. I played against 2 SS4 Gogetas, and then the brand new one, the rainbow one, and then I played against the blue Majin Buu deck in the finals. So the deck seems to perform pretty well. It's pretty aggressive. The barrier blockers are pretty crazy, especially when you get multiple of them out. Like if your opponent doesn't have an answer to those, like you can easily stay alive, and then all of your other Potara guys just give you so much value and aggression for the game. Cards I definitely recommend to put in this deck is probably like the Black Cumber, the 7-drop, just for easy barrier removal for one, and then obviously more of the Berserk Gokus I would recommend also. But yeah, that was my Black Vegito deck that I got first place with. Hope you guys found it interesting. Hope you guys enjoyed. We'll definitely be showing more content of the newest set here in the future. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.